Hey everyone, those who are following us at the Paperless Movement know that Paco and I, we love using Sunsama as a planner in combination with Todoist and ClickUp. If you want to learn more about this, check out the tool stack that we use on our website. Watch one of the other videos. In this video, I want to look at a particular issue that I have with Sunsama and how I solved this using Arc, the Arc browser on Mac. And that's also possible now on Windows if you're using Arc. The Arc browser is, since we've switched to the Arc browser, there's no way around it. I'm using it daily. I went so far that all the productivity tools that I use are in Arc. I'm just using the beta browsed versions because I'm so much more productive than having the native versions. And here we are in Arc.
Paperless movement, your productivity, your way.
You see, distraction free. There's no tabs on top like for Chrome or anything like that. This is Sunsama in Arc. If I hit Command S, it gives me the side panel, and here you see all the other things in Arc. So you see I'm actually in Arc. So now being in here, I have an issue with Sunsama when it comes to dark mode especially. So here we have an example where I moved the calendar items to the task view as well, and you see here coming up the times, and when we go to the calendar you see this as well. And I have no idea why, but they use white color on top of these backgrounds, and for me it's really hard to see. Obviously I could zoom in, it makes it a bit better, but in general the contrast would be so much higher if there is black text. So how do I solve this? Well, using Arc. There are so many features, there are so many reasons to use Arc. One of the things is the boost feature. So you see here, if you go on the website, on this icon, you have something called boosts, and here I can enable this, and now you see it becomes black. Obviously, this is not out of the box, you have to do it yourself, but how easy it is to set this up, we will find out in this video. I'm just enabled the boost. Now let's see why this is going black. Okay, I open this up, and here is a little window that appears that lets you actually change the whole website. Let's make the whole website again, and now I can change the text. See, the whole text becomes different. I can make even crazy things like this. I can increase the contrast with different colors, the brightness, original saturation, really to your likings. You see how I can mess all these things up, all capital letters. For example, I can increase the size of the site, and you see it already looks like a complete different tool, and that's fancy to do. You can activate dark mode on websites that have no dark modes even, see, and I'm still in Sunsama. That's just to show you. We have also a SAP, so you can select items on your page that you don't want to show. So let's say I don't want to show the calendar on top here. I can click there, and now I can say SAP related elements. You see on the right, it pops up that there is another thing that is related to this element, or even going a lot further. But now I want just to SAP this. Boom, it's gone. The calendar is gone. Let's take mode. See, now I have a really customized Sunsama, and you can do this with all the other things. I did it with ClickUp and so many things. However, usually I'm not going crazy with these things. Okay, so you can undo this. Obviously, you can reset all edits, and now it's back to normal. And I want to show you how to make this white. So how this works is that you go to the code section here, and here you have the pick selector, and now you can pick any elements on this page. So I want especially this element here. And if I select this, I can copy selector for this. And now you are here in CSS code, but don't worry, it's not complicated at all. So now I pasted this in here, and you see there's a lot of things that is there. So ignore this, just hit enter and add these curly brackets. And now write down color, just color. Write down color. And here you can select already a color, or you can even add the hex color code. So 000 would be black, but let's say black. Okay, boom. Now you see it became black immediately, but it just selected this one item, so the rest remained the same. So let's see how to fix this. We can remove all this. Boom. Okay, so there was a selector, and now I have the things that I really want to make black. Now also for the times, let's repeat the process. So calendar, event, time, date. Again, oops. Remove this and do the same color there. Boom, black. That's it. So now when I switch to dark mode, we really see the difference in my opinion. So let's make this small again. There we go. Here I can switch to dark mode in the settings, and now it looks something like that. Maybe you prefer the white, I prefer this, and that's how you fix this. Now let's do the same for the task, because here in the dark mode, so you see, I think it's even worse when we have it here, the green and the white. It's really hard to read, but I want to see, along with the task that I have to do today, on this day, the meetings that I have. And that's usually the few that Paco and I focus on every day to know what to work on. And then on a sequential order, we can just reorder our task around these meetings. So it's so much more convenient than moving things around on a calendar and blocking time out and things like that. So I want to see this much better, the time that I need to work here, the time that I need to be in the meeting here. So we do again, we use the selector picker, we select this, and now we copy this. And now let's see what happens. You see it takes a custom style again and the task title container. You will see this is not working. So we just copy this and make this. And now you see, boom, everything else gets black except this because it picked the wrong container. So how to fix this? Let's remove this again, pick again, and now let's use this copy selector from related. And here you get an indication what selector it's actually picking. So selector just means it's the items here on your website, no matter what website you are. So let's go through this, and you see it's picking more things the more I move that are related to each other. And let's see to find something with time, okay? So here we are. Kanban task start time indicator. Boom. Let's select this, put it in here, remove the style. So now we see it doesn't change anything, even that we selected the right selector here. So if this happens, you can try and use exclamation mark important. And when you do this, then it should override whatever is in the backend. So maybe there's in the backend also something that says important. Don't worry, you're not hacking anything, you're not changing the website or anything like that. You're just changing the visuals on your own browser locally. Nothing is happening. Okay, so this is not distracting anything. So now you see it fixed the times, but not the times here. So now this is black as well. So usually this is a difference between active and inactive state. So let's try and access this. If you go to .inactive, you see it now changes the color only of the inactive things. Or I can then use inactive and give it another color. And now you see when I do this, I see here is the time white and here is the time black. Obviously, if you switch back now to light mode, this might get invisible as it is white. So you might want to rather use a gray color, and that's it. So now you see everything is set up. Let's check out the difference. If we open this up, I can deactivate my boost anytime. See, everything is back to normal. And it's white, now it's black, and it's much more readable, at least for me. And the same is here. And that's it for this. I think these are the tiny things that are able to change. You don't need to have a special tool if you're already using the Arc browser, as many of us do nowadays. And I really like this, instead of reaching out now to the development, begging them to change the colors. And I don't know if it is only me, but it is me that who prefers it this way. So I'm able to quickly fix this even without a lot of knowledge about coding or anything like that. So if you liked the video, if you found it useful, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so I can catch you up next time.